Yeah.
Harold Murphy, Tesla Owners Club, Western Australia. EVs are only one arm of Tesla. In light of Tesla's world's largest battery in South Australia being announced as expanding by 50%, how do you see Tesla's energy storage business going forward?
Yeah, at the shareholder meeting, Drew, the JV's kind of the new CTO guy, mentioned how they have gone 0 to 1 in that business by that battery, and then you saw Neo, and I don't know how to say that French battery company or energy company is growing like crazy. They're partnering with Tesla. They're expanding. That company itself is like 2 billion. They're growing like crazy. They're super profitable. They have a 900 megawatt hours required for energy storage for their next project in Australia. That's like a several $100 million battery. So the point is, this Australia use case of getting these really dirty peaker plants off the grid is just scratching the surface. Like this battery technology we're talking about, it gets cheaper. You disrupt more and more and more.
Right.
So this is another layer that we're seeing of the battery technology disrupt, and like this is just as big of an opportunity as cars, and it's gone 0 to 1. Like we've
In
had
some
that,
ways it's bigger.
that moment.
In some ways it's bigger. Like, we spend a lot of time talking about the cars because we use them every day and we love them. But the fact of the matter is the battery business, as we said earlier, is really the core of what makes Tesla. So when you look at solar, and we're big investors now in solar, inverters, and the entire infrastructure that goes around, alternative energy and renewables. But when you look at, like, if I have solar on my roof and it's just DC and it's cloudy, then I don't have energy. But if I have a battery, it doesn't matter. And if, PG&E turns off my power, if I have a battery, it doesn't matter. And so if I have a big utility, and we're doing this now in California, and I put all these batteries in here and I'm able to store energy when things are peaking, like in summer and it's super hot, now I can turn on my extra energy or whatever. All of a sudden you get an efficiency with all these renewables that you didn't have before. And what they've found in Australia, and why they're expanding, is that the return on the investment was in a year and a half. And so if I can invest 50 million and make back that money in a year or a year and a half as a utility and have more efficiency, and then you extrapolate that out over 5 or 10 years, it's hugely profitable to put these things in. And I think it's just about, can we make enough batteries to fill the capacity? And we haven't even talked about solar yet. I mean, it's amazing. He's being sued over Solar City as being a bad deal. And, I'm like, well, at the time I wasn't thrilled with the deal because Solar City was struggling. But what Elon did immediately was shut down that whole commercial operation that wasn't well done. It just wasn't run well. And he kept the technology and he kept the ideas in the Gigafactory in Buffalo. And I think what we're going to see now with solar has huge implications because California has mandated that every new house has solar. And if you live in Northern California and you're not thinking about putting solar on your house, well, you really should, because you're not going to have power 2 to 3 months a year. Now, think about, you could buy a $3 million house in Sonoma County and not have power for 3 months a year. That's great. Or I could put a $30,000 or $40,000 roof and battery system in and not have to worry about any of it. So if I'm looking to buy a house, what are my questions going to be? And so I think the solar business of Tesla, which I don't even put in my estimates, like I don't even count it, over the next 5 years has just enormous growth potential. So when you add the 3 businesses together, the full solution, which you can see on the website very clearly, like it is the only end-to-end solution in the entire world of any company that solves the biggest issues that we all face with climate change. So, that's our premise between the investment. And so what you're bringing up is an opportunity, I think, that sees no end when you look at all the utilities across even just the United States.